Heavy update is nearly here. Well, kinda. Well, it's still unannounced or mentioned by the TF2 blog, but still, we will have that heavy update soon, as that's what it was mentioned in your Meet Your Match. And I hope that word soon doesn't mean 2020 soon. Rather than speculating when will the heavy update be announced or what will be changed in the new update, but let's talk about how to improve heavy. Well, let's start off what's wrong with him. Why he really needs an update? Because he's bored. Because he lacks of new weapons? Well, we need new toys for the heavy, but let me ask you this. Do we really need new toys for the heavy?
Oh, fuck yes, 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 fuck yes.
But on the other hand, we need improvements for the heavy's playstyle. But the question remains, how can we improve the heavy's gameplay? And how is he going to affect the entirety of the game? Well, let's start off. What is the heavy's main role in the game? What do we think of a class who is big, bulky, and had a massive health pool in the other games, like Paladins and Overwatch? They're tanks. Therefore, heavy is a tank. Sort of. Well, yes, he has a massive health pool compared to the other TF2 classes, but he is not really a tank without a medic. So without a medic, heavy is just a large, slow-moving target that has a fucking minigun. So how can we improve heavy's tankiness role? Obviously, not a good idea is to add more health. Heavy is not really defenseless as you might think, because with a medic, he will be a massive threat. And for example, just adding 100 HP to the heavy can be disastrous. Why? Heavy's overheal health will reach up to 600, and that's not a good thing for a lawnmower. How about shields like Reinhardt or Fernando? That's another bad idea. Just imagine one shielded Russian and 10 more Russians with miniguns will bring communism to the server. It would be chaos. And a side note, Heavy is more of a guns blazing kind of guy, not the kind of guy that brings shields and brag how bullets can pass through him. And he enjoys killing players more than protecting others.
Kill them all!
Then what other way we can improve the heavy? How about making useless weapons and make them useful? Probably in your mind, how about shotguns? Well, they're not entirely useless. Well, they are not as good as Sandwich, but it can still be a reliable source of damage, so thus they are not entirely useless. How about the heavy's melee weapons? Now that's what we're talking about. You really can't use heavy's melee weapons as a source of damage because you are too slow and fat to even dodge the attack, and you still need to wind down your minigun in order to switch your weapons, which it takes a long time to switch. So how can we make the heavy's melee weapon better? Well, let's take a look first to the useful heavy melee weapons. First is the gloves of running. First is the glove of Project. First is the gloves of Project. First is the gloves of running urgently, which make the heavy more speedy. Second is the Fist of Steel, which has a high damage resistance, and the Holiday Punch for gimmick purposes. And I guess that's all. You might be asking, why are we discussing the useful melee weapons of the heavy? Well, because these are the only useful weapons that can be added to the other weapons so that the other weapon can now be useful. Well, we cannot add speed to the melee. Well, because he is a tank, he needs to be slow. And about the damage resistance, well, it will be a good fit for the weapons. I know. Damage resistance for the melee weapons will be really strong. But the damage resistance can be only implemented by one way, and that's blocking. Similar to boxing, blocking blocks damage from the enemy. Quite a logic right there. However, blocking only applies resistance, which means that the heavy is not completely immune to any types of damage. Did you know that when you press the right mouse button, the heavy punch to the right as well? Now, we will replace the right mouse button with blocking, which will be more useful. By applying the new idea to the fist, new stats will be Alt Fire, Perform a blocking stance with 30% damage resistance in front, 100% damage resistance to melee and front when blocking, 20% slower moving speed when blocking, and minus 40% health from healers when blocking. With the new overhaul, the weapon is now useful for defending yourself or your team. The weapon will only resist damage, which is not completely immune to any kind of damage. Note, you can only block damage in front of you. By this idea, it will change the melee's DPS to something more useful for the heavy to use, which means that the heavy's movement speed while blocking drops to 61%, and receiving less help from healers like the medic and dispensers just to avoid overconfident heavy charging towards the enemy with a medic. And blocking will only take 1 second to put your guard up or drop your guard down. With the new balance, how will it affect the heavy's other melee weapons, you may ask? Well, it will affect all the heavy's melee weapons. Other melee weapons will receive blocking, and we will change the stats in order to match a new mechanic of the weapons and to balance the weapon as well. I will make a part 2 video to avoid confusion, as for this video only covers how to improve the heavy's playstyle, and the second part will cover other weapon changes. And that is all for now. Thank you guys for watching this video, and we will see each other in the part 2 video. Bye.